The current BFU uses the skirmish gamma mode rules under the hood, so now we have bots and helicopters spawning in a mech-only mode. This thing is a fucking joke. After this lazily scraped together abomination ends, I will regard anyone defending it as either not knowledgeable enough about the game or a fucking idiot. Lol, you gotta laugh sometimes at how half-baked some of these ideas are, or how little testing is done really. I appreciate diversity, but sometimes all you can do is laugh. If not, you'll be angry and miserable more times than not. It's better to find humor in it sometimes. Agreed. Ditto. The devs have zero QA, and it's so apparent with every half-baked mode they release support better devs. Absolutely. At this point they should just sell the game to someone with actual capacity to support it. It would have been fine if they didn't do the last round of balancing after we voted on it. Plus nobody voted for respawns. Apparently this BFU was voted by the community. The god of flying rat's ass about voting never did and never will. I just saw the power score range and figured if you're not running an Apollo or the really big gen, then you're gonna get outwailed on, and considering I have only purchased like 5 battle passes tops in 6 years and don't want to throw money onto the fire, it's easier to stick with than actually made fun builds and not the mindless brick of the month. TBH, the PS is a little low to be running the Apollo or Odin Jenny. Just thought you would like to know. Well, I don't enjoy that mode as I get knocked around by all the meta whales with the 9000 PS cap, as I am not a sweaty try-hard willing to pump endless amounts of cash into a game just to stay competitive, so I just assumed an even bigger PS would just equal more of the same BS but just more of it. The polls was flawed. The only two other options were basically ruin clan wars, so the community voted for BFU to continue in its current format, but not for mechs and helis. If there was a fourth option that said, don't change BFU at all, I guarantee you it would be the most voted one. We have a team of testers, they're called users. What's even the point of having a test server in the first place if they just go through with things without any player input or bug fixing? Good question. Devs have not been able to balance even the regular ground movement for the entirety of the game's existence, you can argue, but I lived through hover killed game times, plus look at the track Sokka spider armor now lol. Making competitive mode out of the half-baked crap at the arcade is classic. No respawn helicopter matches were kinda fun. Legs and beacons I resent. The problem, the entirety of game design was built around ground-based vehicles. 80% of the guns are near unusable in the air. Almost the same thing for legs, hiding the generator from 5 sides with the current armor penetration state. Good luck, my friend. Tsunami bots have other plans. Ability to enter the arcade on a regular car is a joke really. You can boost me however you want. 15-ton 2-legged abomination, jumping, dashing, or now rushing. 100 kph lol has other plans doesn't mean you can't, implies that you shouldn't. Dashing legs nerf before the driver realize is a classic move, but the golden eagle perk ha dare to compete, it really pisses me off. How knowing that half of the community doesn't give a damn about the game mode, devs be pushing it on us through battle passes. Now this clan war, guys, I guess you are next. Absolutely agreed. I had a heli on the enemy team, and I thought it must be a bug he's exploiting. Even though in hindsight it was clearly displaying bot behavior, I didn't realize that it was a bot until now. How could they fuck this up so much? They have like zero QA. Completely reset this trash BFU and make it normal. Roll back and do it properly. I love it as a Starfall user. Of course Jorn always breaks the rules and does something you shouldn't. In LG I would also laugh if there's a bot flying with a helicopter in the mode. I doubt they can do much, can they? Allah is my witness, this is whack. But did your team win? How many points did Jorn score? I'm just curious. I didn't even know there were helicopter bots. Also to consider, the bots should be receiving event points and climbing the leaderboard. I want to see one of them with the digitalization paint and the one hologram. The banner framed in a green outline. Should they climb into the top 60 places? Inshallah. I understand about the frustration, but you can't just tell me you are angry at a heli bot in BFU. At the fact that this is the first time I see a heli bot in the game and has appeared in BFU. You telling me that the devs have found a way to put bots in helicopters? I never seen helicopter bots in GL, so this is something weird. They are testing it indeed. I know because I just had a heli guest, one of my friends, in my own testing range the other day. Yeah, but someone said it may be just someone using the name of a bot and used a bug to infiltrate in the gamma mode. I hope it's the first one, which I'm sure many will not take kindly these words lol. At least the bots still end up having better looking builds most of the time in their MAU. It's a stretch to say this anything other than a bug. All you ever do is complain. Like sheet. I don't particularly like the devs either, but I don't rant about bugs and spew hate on a brand new mode just because I don't like it. Dude, this sheet is like 5 minutes of playtesting at Sholdvi never gotten to live? Yes, it is a bug. A fucking borderline game-breaking one. And reflecting on the fact people in charge legitimately didn't put more than 5 minutes of thought into their decisions. And I'm not the only one hating the new gamma mode. Most of the people realized all the ways this sheet sucks. Sorry man, but you're in an absolute minority on this one. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. Instead of legitimate complaints or seeking a solution, you are using it as an excuse to spew hate to anyone who's having fun, or to undermine the devs' efforts. Why the fuck you crying? Why you always ha 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 ha? I'm just saying what the vast majority of the community thinks. Sorry if you don't like it lol. The community is gone and dead. It's only sweaty tryhards left unfortunately. The biggest problem is people being able to see what console their lobby is on and having teammates throw. But if you put lipstick on a turd, it's still a turdid. Why you're surprised currently the state of Crossout? Yes, thank you. Stop crying and ready up. There is constructive criticism and then there is whining and crying like this post. Blah blah blah. You will still play and generate revenue for the developers. So get used to getting what you get and saying, thank you. Thank you. Surely they are developing this game out of love and not for money, and therefore I should say thank you. Hold on. Bots using helicopters. Is this in patrol land? Or arcade mode as well? Not yet, but they can already appear in your testing range as guests. Ah okay. So the devs are very obviously cooking something here. I wonder if we will get some sort of Ravager heli raid thing. They definitely do, but I still don't know how to feel about that. Something's gonna change, that's for sure. Time will only tell, either for the better or for the worse.